Hi, it's the 100th day of school, so I thought we would read the 100th day disaster. Now, a disaster is something really, really bad that happens. Like if you made a beautiful cake and then you dropped it on the floor, or if you spent hours making a house out of Legos and then it got knocked over. That would be something that was a disaster. So we're going to be reading about the 100th day disaster. I wonder what kind of disaster they could have on the 100th day of school. Happy 100th day rang out, broadcast loud and clear. We glanced up at our number line, struck with sudden fear. Eyebrows flexed, we were perplexed. We asked, how could this be? Our school had reached the 100th day. Our class sum 93. So they had only counted 93 days of school. Our teacher's face turned red, then white. Tension started mounting. No one denied when Susan cried, "We really stink at counting." The teacher grabbed her calendar. The pages flipped and fluttered. "The same thing happens every year. They'll fire me," she muttered. The teacher thinks she's going to lose her job. Her class didn't make it to 100 days. We feared it true when you know who, the principal, marched in. 100 sparkled from the bow tie tucked beneath his chin. We made it to 100 days. It's time to celebrate. A nice surprise, our teacher lied, still staring at the date. Why does your board show 93? Again you've added wrong? Better get this straightened out or you won't work here long. This news spread dread across the room. It scared us worse than thunder. To save our favorite teacher, we must fix this messy blunder. A blunder is a mistake. So they're going to have to find where they miscounted. We strapped our thinking caps on tight. We tried hard to remember all the days of school we shared since starting last September. Remember when the guinea pig escaped and ran away? We looked 100 places, but we didn't count that day. So they realized they missed one day. So that's one more day added. So they had 93. Now they can have 94. Don't forget the circus trip. We met that crazy clown. We laughed 100 times that day, but never marked it down. Yippee, yahoo, our class cheered, but something did not jive. While we had scored a few more days, we were still missing 5. So they got all the way to 95, but they still are missing 96, 97, 98, 99, and 100. They have 5 more days. Our teacher's eyes began to blur. Her teeth began to chatter. But we were sure that we could cure this difficult math matter. Don't forget on picture day, we tried hard not to fidget. We flashed 100 teeth that day, but did not add a digit. Remember all the parties when we skipped the number count? Halloween and days between should soup up our amount. And how about the first snowfall? We raced outside to play. We chased 100 snowflakes, but we didn't count that day. Ooh. Teacher scratched her head and said, "I think we're off by 2. The substitute forgot to add when you were sick with flu. Perhaps we have collected them 100 days in all. Let's tally every precious day beginning in the fall. In 1s and 2s and 5s and 10s, we marked days that were done. This time, our count went overboard. our new sum, 101. That's too many now. That did it for our teacher. She fainted to the floor. We dragged her to the beanbag chair and went to work once more. We turbocharged our thinking caps. This job was up to us. Count fingers, toes, your eyes, and nose. Quick, grab the abacus. Abacus is a tool they used to use to count. One by one, we added and inched up those number dots. By the time we reached 100, our eyes were seeing spots. 100 phews escaped our lips. Around the room we skipped. When teacher woke and heard our news, across the floor she flipped. The principal stepped in and grinned. 100, hip, hooray! Let's celebrate this date with a 100th day parade. So they finally made it to 100. They had the right number. Streamers soared and trumpets roared, 100 toot salute. Teacher waved, her job was saved. Her class could now compute. I won't forget this day, she beamed. Her cheeks began to blush. And if you do, we'll see you through, 'cause you can count on us. So her class saved the day. They were able to fix the mistake and find the days that they were missing. And they were able to count to 100. It is very important to be able to count to 100 because that's how we keep track of days. So keep practicing at home and have a wonderful 100th day.